All right, there's a fight tonight that I'm interested in that I want to talk about real quick, and that is Zurdo Ramirez versus Joe Smith Jr. It's a cruiserweight fight, and it's an interesting fight to me because both fighters kind of need to win this fight to stay relevant, even though they don't really have very many losses. Zurdo has one loss, which was last year. He lost to Dimitri Bivol. Joe Smith also has a loss to Dimitri Bivol going back to 2019. And Joe Smith Jr.'s most recent loss was to Beterbiev, who is a straight monster in the light heavyweight division. This is what some people are calling a crossroads fight. It's a fight to keep the winner relevant. This is Zurdo's first fight moving up to cruiserweight. Neither one of them is ranked in the top 10 except for by the WBA. Joe Smith Jr. is ranked number 8, and Ramirez is ranked number 7, I think, and I don't see how, being that this is his first fight at cruiserweight, but either way, that's the way the politics in the boxing goes. But neither one of them is really a legitimate top 10 contender in the cruiserweight division. So one guy has kind of had the hype train behind him, the golden southpaw, Gilberto Ramirez, and the other one is literally a blue-collar worker, a union construction job worker, Joe Smith Jr., most famous for knocking Bernard Hopkins out of the ring back in 2017 and effectively ending his career. So that's an interesting fight that's going down tonight. Common opponents, they both lost to Bivol, but who doesn't lose to Bivol? They got Zurdo at I think like a favorite, minus 400 betting favorite. So, he's supposed to win this fight. This is supposed to be a respectable matchup for him to come back and reestablish himself and get himself back in the win column. But I personally wouldn't sleep on Joe Smith Jr. in this fight. I think he's got enough in his toolbox to make it competitive. And if you're a betting person, you could win money betting on him. And it wouldn't be such a long shot. They got him at plus 300 last time I checked. I'm not really into that. I'm just saying that to say that he's supposed to lose. Joe Smith Jr. is supposed to lose, but I think he has, an opportunity at winning this. No matter who wins this fight, I don't think either one is actually a serious threat to contend for the title, a cruiserweight title right now. But, that's sort of a weird division, being between heavyweight and light heavyweight. It's sort of like a limbo division, sort of even like a purgatory division as far as recognition is concerned. It's anything between basically super middleweight and heavyweight is kind of a hard sell for casual fans, but this is a good one to look out for just from an entertainment standpoint, because both men will be highly motivated to go out there and get a win and to look good doing so, because they're both coming off of losses and they're both trying to stay relevant. So, yeah, I'll get back afterwards after the fight is done, because I want to put together a video going back through some of the major fights that happened in September in the boxing world that I hadn't talked about, but I can put it all together in one video and talk about what I think the results of these fights were and what they mean for the fighters going forward. So, yeah, look out for that fight tonight. It's on DAZN or however you watch your fights. Should be a good fight. Should be a decent fight. And, yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. And I'm no expert, but I would say that it's probably going to go all 12 rounds if neither one are really brutal KO artist or anything like that. So I'm expecting a decision. To me, it's a pick 'em, honestly. It's a cool matchup. Tell me what you think in the comments, if you think it's going to be a good fight, if you're going to tune in, and who do you think is going to win, and where the winner will be in the cruiserweight rankings hierarchy after this fight is said and done. All right, until next time, UNO.